So first of all, thank you for that absolutely incredible welcome. And I couldn't help but reflect as I walked in to listen to the rabbi talk about the power of light shattering darkness and the importance of us reflecting on that. So let me start by first of all saying Shana Tova, all the very best of health, happiness, and peace as we all come together today on this holy holiday season. This has just been a great opportunity and an honor to be visiting synagogues across our city today and yesterday to meet with all of you, given the year we've been through. And I really want to reassure the community. We stand with you shoulder to shoulder, and we will stand with you for as long as it takes. You will see, as you've maybe heard in the news, I'll tell you, you will see a heightened police presence over the coming days and weeks. And sometimes you're going to see a lot of us. And please don't be alarmed by that. Please approach our officers with any concern. But we really want to ensure that we protect our community, our Jewish community that we know. And I'm very public about this at every turn, to acknowledge, and we must acknowledge, the amount of anti-Semitism this city has experienced. And as troubling as those numbers are, I will tell you as the chief, I know that's worse than what our numbers tell us because we know it's underreported. We know that. And we must confront that. And we must do everything we can to stand in unity against hate and intolerance. And that's what we will do. We will stand with you and confront the hate and intolerance. And then before I have to introduce and acknowledge my colleagues, I often talk about how policing in Toronto crosses jurisdictional boundaries and that we're connected provincially, federally, and internationally. And I want you to know just how connected we are. I'm joined today by Assistant Commissioner Matt Peggs from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He is the National Police Chief for the province of Ontario on all things to do with national policing. I'm also joined by Deputy Commissioner Dwight Thibb, who's representing Commissioner Tom Creek from the Ontario Provincial Police. And they'll speak for a moment as well. But I want you to know that not only am I friends with them, I'm friends with the Commissioner, the RCMP, and the OPP, and we're professionally very tied together. And that happens throughout our organization, so we can be responsive to our community's concerns and responsive to the things that we see happening. And the last thing I'll say before I turn over the microphone is I know that the community watches what's happening in the streets, and I know there's a frustration at times, given some of the things we see. But please be reassured of this, that we are doing everything we can to gather the evidence and take action when we're able to. Some of the laws that we have to deal with are complicated, and I wish they weren't. I wish it was much clearer, but it's complicated law that makes it much more difficult sometimes for us to act in the moment. In addition, sometimes we have to consider the safety of our members and those in the immediate vicinity at these instances. As an example of the follow-up, you all saw imagery this past weekend of flags portraying an identified terrorist group as identified by Public Safety Canada. You saw the reporting on that. I can tell you that yesterday we announced the arrest of individuals in that, where we are putting them before the courts. And I tell you all that just to reassure you, please know, we share your frustrations on some of these issues for sure, and know that we're doing everything we can to gather the evidence we need. We work very closely with our Crown prosecutors to put these cases before the courts and have the evidence be tested where it needs to be. So rest assured, we are doing everything we can, and we will be with you shoulder to shoulder until we get through this and return a sense of safety and security that we also so much deserve in our great city.